on the shoulder. Hey, come and get up. Yeah, hey, you. Look, you know what happens next time you fall asleep when you're not supposed to? On a count of 3, I have the back of your underwear. See? This is a hypno white shot. On a count of 3, I'm going to give it a yank. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to let that elastic snap. 1, 2, 3. Are you clear on when you should be awake, when you should be asleep, sir? Do I hear you? Yeah. With all your heart? Start your vagina?
Nobody likes me!
Go to the washrooms and you put 1, 2. Make mistakes safely. Go do what you have to do in the washroom and come back. If your parent go in and make sure he's going to come, just go do what you have to do. You said you had to take a washroom break. That's fine. Everybody on stage, gentlemen, just take it easy. I got to deal with this thing with no sense of humor. Everybody on the stage right now, focusing on straight. And again, 3, I'm going to become invisible, including my microphone. You're not going to be able to see me. Don't get out of your chairs. I'm still going to be around. I'm just invisible. If anything happens to you, you're going to blame the person beside you. I mean, you think invisibility is possible? Who thinks by raising a hand? Okay, just a couple of legs here. So watch, on the count of 3, I'll be completely invisible. Don't get out of your chair. 1, 2, and 3.
I'm the invisible man. I'm the invisible man. Invisible as you can. See right through me.
Stay in your chair. No physical contact. Is that not an amazing trick? Well, what was the problem? What was the problem? You don't look very impressed. Was anybody touching you? Why were you touching her? Was anybody else touched? If you raise your hands if you were touched. Okay, now keep them up. Keep them up if you enjoyed it. Okay, you put your hand down. Okay, go around, sir. Sir, I have a question for you. Did you wash your hands? Good. Yeah. And you feel better now? Well, that'll learn you next time. Everyone on stage, and including my witnesses people down there, I want you to take your finger and put it about a foot away from your nose. On the count of 3, I am going to take control of that finger, and I'm going to make that index finger touch your nose. When it touches your nose, you're going to go into deep, deep hypnotic sleep, and your hand will fall gently to your lap. Now, the more you resist, the more your hand and finger will shake. Now, that hand does have intelligence, but it's a little deaf. If you want to affect that hand, you're going to have to yell. So get ready. 1, 2, 3. I'm starting. That put that power.
not sure. I have to rewatch it.
That's a heck of a bowel movement. And 3, 2, 1, let's give it up for our amazing volunteers. I'm nodding to your heads by all the volunteers, including my 6 gentlemen. Do you like to watch movies? Nod your head if you like to watch great, great films. Okay. On the count of 3, we're going to go to the theater. I have installed 2 movie screens in this room. One's on the very back wall, and for my gentlemen that are sitting off the stage, there's one on the wall right across from them. This is the best movie screen that's ever been built. It's like it's happening right in front of you. And it's also an interactive movie screen. If you yell out suggestions at the actors or actresses, they can hear you and they might react. We're going to watch the best films of the decade. If you're not in your chair, you better get up off the floor and get in your chair. And count of 3, 1, 2, 3, get in your chair. You're not in your chair. Sit in your chair gently aside. Gently. Gently. Everybody, you'll sit up in your chair, get ready to watch these movies. You'll be eating whatever you eat or drink. 1, 2, and 3. Sit up in your chairs. You're going to be watching the best films of the decade. Chair looking forward. Fantastic. Once you stare up there, gentlemen against the wall, you just stare straight down at the wall in front of you. On the count of 3, you're going to watch those great, great movies. Watching action. Best action film of the decade. It's 2 guys in a samurai sword fight. It's good versus evil. On the count of 3, the good guy swings the bad guy, almost takes his head off. You can feel it right in front of you. 1, 2. Your chairs are not moving here. They can't be moved. You're in a solid place. On the count of 3, the bad guy is going to get one of his evil cohorts. You sneak up behind the bad guy. You can learn. 1, 2, 3. Locking up, it's 1-on-1. Oh, they're just in incredible battle. Sword, going back and forth, holding up. And on the count of 3, on this day, evil will triumph. And the good guy gets it. 1, 2, 3. That's okay. We have another film. This is a thriller of the decade. A man and a woman are driving a car up to the maniac's mansion. The maniac, his reign of terror is going to be put to an end. The guy has his trusty .45. He looks at the woman and says, "Honey, stay in the car. You'll be safe." And he leaves one mansion. He's silent. Another 10 minutes pass, and the woman gets out of the car. All of a sudden, the maniac sneaks up behind the guy and knocks him cold. Knocks him cold. And the woman is at the front door of the mansion. She opens it up. She yells, "Are you there, honey?" But this time, the maniac's going to jump out in front of the woman. The maniac is dressed in a big clown suit with big floppy feet, a big red nose, and a big badge on his chest that says, "Have a nice day." 1, 2, 3. man meets woman, woman meets man. It's love, love, love. You wish you were one of these characters. She touches his shoulder and runs her hand from his shoulder to his wrist. And he smiles at her. Oh, it's love. It's beautiful. He then takes his hands, puts them on both sides of her face, draws her close, and gives her a little kiss. You wish you were one of these characters. Oh, it's so beautiful. They're in full embrace now. You can see they truly love each other.
Take it to the bed.
Nothing can break this love apart. It is so awesome. But on the count of 3, this movie has a plot twist. It turns into one of the biggest tearjerkers of the year. 1, 2, and 3. He has to leave her to save the universe. Save 1 trillion people. He had to give her up. They're in your bottle of bread. Their hands are slipping apart. It's so sad. Now they're to be parted forever, and I really both cried. And he has to do it to save us. But on the count of 3, the movie ends. 1, 2, and 3. I know we kind of had a very sad experience, and I think we should deal with those feelings. On the count of 3, a puppy of your favorite breed will appear in your lap. 1, 2, and 3. As you look at that puppy, you look in that puppy's eyes, that puppy looks in your eyes. It's love, love, love. Oh my God. On the count of 3, that puppy licks your neck. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it feels so good. And on the count of 3, that puppy has a little accident in your lap. 1, 2, 3. But that puppy now looks at you with those eyes and you fall in love again. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, you can't resist. But on the count of 3, you realize that the person beside you, their puppy is even cuter than yours. You must have it. 1, 2, 3. Safely. On the count of 3, you have your new puppy. 1, 2, and 3. Y'all have your new puppies. Oh, and it's even more lovable than the last one. Oh, it's so beautiful. On the count of 3, that puppy licks your ears. 1, 2, 3, licking your ears.
It's all on video too.
But on the count of 3, that puppy has the other accident. 1, 2, 3. And then, what's the problem was? You had a Shih Tzu. That's not a problem. Started a little over 5 minutes ago. You're acting like you got vagina in the head, right? my show here. Like, if you think I'm the only one that thinks that way, you think I'm the only one that thinks that way on stage? No? Everybody thinks that way, don't they? I'm going to have to prove everybody thinks this way. Audience, on the count of 3, where do you live? 1, 2, 3.
Vagina!
We know what these are. These mere mortals cannot handle. Yeah. Go back there and make sure you've got all of them out of the box and put them in your pockets. All of them? Only the red and only the yellow and green ones. Are you sure? Be thorough and just check. Be very thorough, check. Sit down and check. That's your job. Yes. Okay, quickly go and come back. Go. This is just a trend here. It's like, this is like high school. I've got to go to washroom. Everyone on stage, would you, hey gentlemen, would you like a superpower?
Yeah.
Raise your hand, like a superpower. Okay, I'm going to give you all the superpowers that I've ever gone. On the count of 3, you're going to have the power of X-ray vision. You can see through clothing except mine. 1, 2, and 3.
That's not very impressive.
But on the count of 3, you realize everybody in the audience is incredibly hairy, especially the parents. 1, 2, and 3. There, But on the count of 3, the tables are turned. On the count of 3, you with superpowers, you'll become completely naked. 1, 2, and 3. You'll be back to normal. 1, 2, and 3. Now, why were you people on the stage showing off your vaginas, okay? That's wrong. I did not want to bring it up, but I have to, because that's what you were doing. Especially you. Was he not showing off that private part? You know, we don't want to. Wasn't he showing it off? Come on. Yo. Sorry. That'll teach you. Okay? I'm trying to do a clean show here. I really am. No. But I mean, it is a little cold in the room, but that's okay. Are you coming back? Come on back. Oh, you know what you missed? Oh. I got to inform you of what went on. You see that gentleman there in the red shirt? He was on stage, completely nude, showing off his vagina. But he did. Okay, just go sit there. Don't sit next to him. Sit between those other two. He was sick. I mean, come on. Everyone on stage, I want you to focus and concentrate. I have something called invisible sleep dust. If I blow it on you or I sprinkle it on you, you go into deep, deep hypnotic sleep. To my 6 gentlemen, watch. I'm throwing it up.
He's gonna fall out of his chair.
Focus. These 4 people, these 3 people are still awake. I'd like, 4 people, I'd like you to hold one arm straight out, like so. By nodding your head, do you all know what a catapult is? You know what a catapult? You know what a catapult is? Put a rocket, it's a big arm. Okay, on the count of 3, your arm becomes that catapult. Your arm is locked in that position. I'm putting invisible sleep dust in each one of your hands. Now, I'm controlling your hands, and when I lower my hand, yours will come down too. Watch it. On the count of 3, when I let go, you all know what's going to happen. Stay safe in your chairs at all times. Let's give it up for our amazing volunteers. These 2 people touching. Get up now, open your eyes. I want you to look at me. You fall out of your chair again, you're going to have a wedgie of a lifetime. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you really understand?
Don't do that.
Do you understand completely?
Yes.
Do you understand that concept? How much are you going to stay in your chair now? Hey, good. Now you just move that happy lady. You just move her. Now you just move her over. Sit in your chair. Sleep deep. Fantastic. Let's give it up for them. All I say is I try and keep them in their chair as much as I can. Everyone on stage. In all my shows, this is the time for a little bit of personal empowerment. Gentlemen, touching the chair, you're safely in your chair, your head forward. To achieve anything great in this life, in this audience, you can listen to this too, to achieve, because this applies to you. To achieve anything great in this life, you need to have 3 things. Okay, don't worry, Mr. Lupker, you don't need this advice, because you have like a 300 IQ, all these other You just keep looking through, through the lucky charms. I know, they're not as smart as you. That's okay. But you gotta be if you're magical, you're smart. So to achieve anything of great value in this life, you need to have 3 things. Number 1, you have to know what your burning desire is. Number 2, you have to have a plan. And number 3, you got to take action on that plan. I'm going to give these people all those 3 things. So, 1, see your desire. What you want to achieve the most in this life. Make sure it's positive. Keep your eyes closed. Focus on that. Number 2, the plan is coming to your mind. Even after you leave this stage, that plan is going to keep formulating. And 3, you know what action you have to take every day to accomplish that goal. On the count of 3, I'm going to give you the feeling you've accomplished that goal completely. I don't know what a wonderful goal it was, but the size of a smile on your face. 1, 2, 3. You've achieved it. Keep your eyes closed. Focus on that visual image. Keep your eyes closed. I want you now to focus on a single color in your mind. Whatever color it is, that's up to you. And on the count of 3, it'll make the feeling of accomplishment of that burning desire 10 times greater. 1, 2, and 3. 10 times greater. Keep your eyes closed. Don't open your mouth too much, the fly may come in. Now I want you to remember, your burning desire in life can change. And so can your plan and the action you have to take. But you need those 3 steps. So remember that always. You have the tools to achieve anything you want in life. Remember, the limitations that you have are mainly those you have put on yourself. And the reality is, there are no limitations. What one person can do, so can another. The world's your oyster. Enjoy. Take a deep breath in and release. Also, if you're ever at an event like this or any other, you consume alcohol or anything else that makes you impaired, you will always find a safe way home. Whether a designated driver, whether you walk home on a safe route, in a safe manner, this is a matter of self-respect. Remember that always, people. Take a deep breath in and release. Well, we're going to wrap up this show pretty well. We have had some amazing people. The reality is I never keep this many people, but everybody on the stage was doing so well. I hate to dismiss anybody who's in hypnosis. These 6, you can interchange any 6 people with these 6 people. I just picked 6 closest. Everybody except my leprechaun. On the count of 3, when you awake, you will become a type of bird. Yes. You could be a majestic soaring eagle. You could be a roadrunner. You could be a flamingo going from one foot to the next, a waddling penguin. Whatever bird you choose, you'll make appropriate bird movements and noises. Also, if you are a bird of flight, you will always keep your feet on the ground at all times. Yeah, when the mom's going down and straight, you will. Also, you are very, very hungry birds. There are people in the audience that may have food for you, so you're going to be looking for that food. You'll never be able to find it. But remember, the more bird movements and noises you make, the possibility they could have food, but in the end, they never will. So 1, 2, 3, wide awake. Go in the audience. Safely leave the stage. Safely. Safely leave the stage. Safely. Birds clean your wings. 1, 2, 3. Birds clean your wings. You can't get that with dirty wings. down and put his box of Lucky Charms down. Put them down beside your chair. Put them down. Yes. You're going to sit in your chair. Now you'll follow all my instructions, everybody else. Everybody on the stage, including my leprechaun, put your arms straight out like that. Lock the elbow. Everybody. Now, do the same with the other hand and arm. Interlock your fingers. Oh, excuse me. No, I've been moving. Keep your arms, excuse me, shoulder width apart. My apologies. All right, sorry. My apologies. Your hands should be shoulder width apart. On the count of 3, 2 things are going to happen. Little magnets will appear in the palms of your hands, drawing your hands together. But also, there's going to be an invisible steel beam between your hands. You're not going to be able to touch your hands. That steel beam cannot be made any smaller. And that steel beam is the length of your shoulders. But the more you try and get your hands together, the more your hands and arms will shake. So on the count of 3, I'm turning those magnets on, and that steel beam appears. 1, 2, and 3. You're not going to be able to touch those hands. Your hands will always be apart. I'm tripling the magnetic power. But on the count of 3, I'm going to take that steel bar up. Your hands will clap together, and you'll go in deep hypnotic sleep as your hands fall gently into your lap. Get ready? Boom, 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 and 3. Let's give it up for our amazing volunteers. I'm going to bring your friends back to normal, or whatever normal is for them. Big range here. I'm absolutely amazed by the amount of volunteers, and I'd really like to say thank you. It doesn't happen that often. I get so many volunteers, and I keep so many. I mean, usually I keep 60 to 70%. I don't know, I'm going to dismiss maybe 8 people at that. It wasn't very many. That shows what a wonderful group you guys are. Really. No, I'm thanking you. You don't have to applaud for yourself. I appreciate it. Also, besides the audience, there would be no Grad without these wonderful people back here. They deserve a round of applause. Those parents work really hard to make our this Grad for you. They really do. And now we can bring your friends back to normal, or whatever normal is for them. I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When I count to 5, they'll no longer be hypnotized. They know who they are. All my silly suggestions will have no effect in their life, except the do not drink and drive, and the personal empowerment, and the following. For as long as these people are in this building tonight, if you go up to them, shake their hand, and say JD Hypnotist, and anything else, JD Hypnotist, you know, JD Hypnotist, good show, whatever you say, they're going to have a 5-second laughing fit. Also, if you say the word vagina to them, they are going to treat you like you're a little mouthy 3-year-old and you're very immature. They'll not get physical in any way. They're just going to be like, yeah, like a little 3-year-old. Like, you're going to be annoying to them at best. They're just going to think you're very immature, and they just tell you that. That's as long as they're in this building tonight. Also, to my volunteers, they're going to feel absolutely energetic. This was a wonderful experience for them. So I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And when I count to 5, they'll no longer be hypnotized. So 1, they start to feel energy building in their body and their mind. 2, now that energy's flowing the other way, my voice gives them that energy. 3, they're emotionally cool and calm in every single way. Like I said, this is a positive experience for them. They don't